Today class phylum Arthropoda, general characters and classification. This phylum Arthropoda is the biggest phylum in the kingdom Animalia, and also the class Insecta which is present in this phylum Arthropoda is also biggest class in kingdom Animalia. Next then here in this these animals shows bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry is there. Bilateral symmetry is there. Next, they are triploblastic animals. Triploblastic animals. Next, then they are coelomates. They show metamerism. They show metamerism. They have bilateral symmetry. They are triploblastic animals. They are coelomates. They show metamerism also here. They are organ. They show organ system. Body organization. Organization is there. Organ system. Body organization is there. Next then, in this animal, the body is covered by a chitinous cuticle. The body is covered by chitinous cuticle. It is act as a exoskeleton. This exoskeleton gives protection to the body, and is also it is used to conserve the water also. Next then this chitinous cuticle is shed off periodically. This is called as a molting. During molting only in this animal growth is occur. Next here the exoskeleton is made up of with a chitinous cuticle. Next this chitinous cuticle give protection to the body, and is also it is used for conserve the water. Periodically this chitinous cuticle is shed off from the body. This process is called as a molting. During molting only in this animal growth is occur. Next then in these animals the body is divided into three regions: head, thoracic and trunk region. The body is segmented. Body is divided into head, thoracic and abdomen. Next here in this animal the coelom is body cavity is filled with blood. That type of body cavity is called as a hemocoel. This hemocoel is not a true coelom. This true coelom only confined to excretory organs and genital organs only. In this animal, the body cavity is filled with blood. That type of body cavity is called as a hemocoel. This hemocoel is not a true coelom. This hemocoel is derived from the during developmental stages from the blastocoel. In this animal, the true coelom is confined to excretory organs and genital organs only. In this animal, first time striped muscles are seen. In annelids, muscles are there, but the muscles are unstriped muscle, that is a smooth muscle. In this animal, first time in animal kingdom, striped muscles are seen. These striped muscles are aid in rapid movement or rapid locomotion. Next then, in these animals, the digestive system is a well-developed digestive system is seen here. Next, in respiratory system, in some gills are used for respiration. Gills gills, in some gills, in some book gills, in some book lungs, in some trachea. So here the digestive system is well developed, digestive system is there in respiration, in some gills are worked as respiratory organ, in some book gills, in some book lungs, in some trachea are there. Next, in this animal, open type circulatory system is there. Open type circulatory system is there. Open type circulatory system, that means blood flows freely in empty places, sinuses. That type of circulatory system is called as a open type circulatory system is seen here. Next, here heart is present in the dorsal side. In some animals, in the hemolymph, respiratory pigment is there. This respiratory pigment is called as a hemocyanin. This hemocyanin is a respiratory pigment. This hemocyanin is a copper containing respiratory pigment. Pigment is there. In some only. In hemolymph, one respiratory pigment is there. This respiratory pigment is called as a hemocyanin. This hemocyanin is a copper containing respiratory pigment is there. Next, respiratory pigment. Next, then here in excretory system, in some the green glands are worked as excretory organs or antennary glands are there. Next, then in these in some animals, the Malpighian tubules are worked as excretory organ. In some coxal glands are there. In these animal, in some green glands are worked as excretory organs. In some Malpighian tubules are worked as excretory organs. In some coxal glands are there. They are uricotelic animals. They excrete uric acid. Next, in then nervous system is well developed. Nervous system is there. In this animal, annelidian type of nervous system is there. That means here also nerve ring is there, but this nerve ring surround the esophagus. This nerve ring is present in annelids. The same nerve ring is present in arthropods also, but the nerve ring which is present in annelid is surround the pharynx, but the nerve ring which is present in arthropod is surround the esophagus. Here also ganglionated double ventral nerve cord is seen in this nervous system. This type of nervous system is called as annelidian type of nervous system. In this animal, sensory organs are there. These sensory organs are antennae, eyes, and statocyst. Eyes, antennae, eyes. These are act as sensory organs. These statocysts are used for balance or equilibrium. So here sensory organs are there. These sensory organs are antennae, eyes, and statocysts. These statocysts are used in balance or equilibrium. Next, then these are dioecious animals. Sexual reproduction is occur here. They are dioecious. That means sexes are separated, or unisexual animal. Internal fertilization occur during developmental stages. So many larval forms are there. These larval forms undergone metamorphosis and finally adult is formed. So here the reproduction is occur sexual reproduction. They are dioecious, that means unisexual animals, male and females are separate. Internal fertilization is occur. Next, then during developmental stages, number of larval stages are seen. These larval stages undergone metamorphosis and adult is formed. These are some general characters of phylum Arthropoda. Arthropoda is the biggest phylum in kingdom Animalia, and the biggest class is Insecta. For about 80% named animals on the land are belong to this phylum. Next, they show bilateral symmetry. They are diploblastic animals. They are coelomates. They show metamerism. They are organ system, body organization is there. Here, the body is covered by chitinous cuticle. This is act as a exoskeleton. This exoskeleton is used for protection and conserve the water. Next, this exoskeleton periodically shed off from the body. That process is called as a molting. During molting only growth is occur. In this animal, first time in animal kingdom, striped muscles are seen. These striped muscles aid in fast movement. Here distinct head is segmented, body is segmented, body divided into three parts: head, thoracic region and abdomen region. The head bears eyes, antennae. Right. Next, then here the respiratory organs are book gills, book lungs and trachea. Next, here open type circulatory system is seen here. Next, in some animal, in hemolymph, hemocyanin is there. This hemocyanin is a respiratory pigment, and this is a copper containing respiratory pigment. Here excretory organs are green glands. Next, in some Malpighian tubules, in some coxal glands are present. Here nervous system is a well developed nervous system is there. This nervous system is a annelidian type of nervous system. Here nerve ring is there. This nerve ring surround the esophagus. Here when ganglionated double ventral cord is present here. Next, here sensory organs are there. These sensory organs are eyes, antennae, statocyst. This statocyst used in balance. These animals are here sexual reproduction is occur. These are dioecious, that means unisexual animals, male and females are separated. Internal fertilization occur during developmental stages. Indirect development is occur during developmental stages. So many larval forms are seen. These larval forms undergone metamorphosis and adult is formed. These are some characters of phylum Arthropoda. Classification of phylum Arthropoda. The phylum Arthropoda further classified into three subphyla. One is Trilobeta. Second one is Kcjc. Third one is a Mandibulata. First, phylum Arthropoda further classified into three subphyla. First subphylum is a Trilobeta. Second subphylum is a Kcjc. Third one is a Mandibulata. Next, first Trilobeta. These the animals which are included under subphylum Trilobeta, they are extinct. They are no more. The extinct animals. Trilobates are extinct arthropods. Extinct arthropods. They are no more. or fossil arthropod. Fossil arthropods are there. Next then, here the body is divided into two lobes. Body divided into three lobes. One is a median lobe, two are lateral lobes. Body is divided into three lobes. That is one is a median lobe, two are lateral lobes by two longitudinal furrows. The body is divided into three lobes. One is a median lobe. The two are lateral lobes by two prominent longitudinal furrows. Here numerous appendages are there. All these appendages are similar. All these appendages are similar. Biramus means each appendage split into two parts. Biramus are there. So these are extinct arthropods. The body have three lobes. One is a median lobe and two are lateral lobes. These three lobes are formed by two prominent longitudinal furrows. That's why this subphylum is named as a trilobeta. Next, here the appendages are numerous, all are similar, are biramus. Biramus means each appendage split into two branches. So, next then example, triarthras is or dolmanites. This is about trilobate. Trilobates are extinct arthropods. The body is divided into three lobes by two prominent longitudinal furrows. One is a median lobe, two are lateral lobes. Here, that's why this subphylum is named as a trilobeta. Here, numerous appendages are there. All are similar. They are biramus. Example, triarthras and dolmanites. Next, Kcjc. Subphylum Kcjc. In this subphylum Kcjc, the animals which are included, some are aquatic, some are terrestrial. Body is divided into prosoma, six segmented prosoma or cephalothorax. Prosoma, six segmented prosoma. Next, 13th segmented opistosoma. Body divided into prosoma and opistosoma. This opistosoma having six segment. Prosoma having six segment. Opistosoma having 13 segment. Further, this opistosoma further divided into mesosoma and metasoma. Mesosoma and metasoma. In Kcjc, some are aquatic, some are terrestrial. Here body divided into 6 segmented prosoma and 13 segmented opistosoma. This opistosoma further divided into mesosoma and metasoma. In prosoma, first appendages of segmented appendages are modified for feeding. That is called as a Kcjc. They are modified for feeding. Here mandibles and antennae are absent. Antennae and mandibles are absent here. Antennae and mandibles are absent in these animals. So here student, Kcjc, some are aquatic, some are terrestrial. The body is divided into 6 segmented prosoma and 13 segment opistosoma. This opistosoma further divided into mesosoma and metasoma. Next, in prosoma, first appendages are modified for feeding. They are called as a Kcjc. In this animal, antennae and mandibles are absent. In these animals, the respiratory organs are, in some book gills are there, in some book lungs are there, in some trachea. In some animals, book gills, in some book lungs, in some trachea is there. Next, further, this Kcjc further classified into two classes. One is Kcjc. Next, then Arachnida. Ziphisura, Arachnida. These Ziphisurans are aquatic animals. They live in water only. So here branchial respiration is occur. Ziphisurans are aquatic animals. They are so branchial respiration is occur here. Next, here the prosoma is covered by horseshoe-shaped carapace. This is a carapace. Horseshoe-shaped carapace is there. Next, in prosoma, 6 pairs of appendages are there. First pair is Kcjc. Second pair, second, third, fourth, fifth are walking legs. Walking legs. Next, the sixth is pushing legs. Pushing legs are there. Here in prosoma, 6 pairs of appendages are there. First pair is modified as a Kcjc. The second, third, fourth, fifth pair are walking legs. Next, the sixth pair is a pusher leg. In mesosoma, the appendages are modified as book gills. But the first pair of mesosomal appendages fuse and form a genital operculum. The metasoma is modified as a telson. Metasoma is modified as a telson. During developmental stages, one larva is seen. That larva is called as a trilobeta larva. Next, then Ziphisura. These are aquatic animals. Next, in these animals, some are extinct, some are extant. Only 3 genera animals are extant. Extinct means they are no more. Fossils only available. Extant means present living animals. In this class, only 3 genera are only living at present days. They are aquatic animals. The prosoma has a 6 pair of appendages. This prosoma is covered by horseshoe-shaped carapace. Here, first appendages are modified as a Kcjc. Second, third, fourth, fifth are a walking leg. Next, 6th pair is modified as a pusher leg. Next, in mesosomal appendages are modified as a book gills. Next, then the first pair of mesosomal appendages are fused and form a genital operculum. The next, this metasoma is modified as a telson. During developmental stages, one larva is seen. That larva is called as a trilobeta larva. Example, limulus. This is a living fossil. Limulus is a living fossil. Limulus is a living fossil. This is about a Ziphisaura. Next, arachnid. Arachnids are a terrestrial animals. Arachnids are a terrestrial animals. Here, the body is divided into prosoma, mesosoma, and metasoma. Prosoma, this is prosoma, mesosoma and metasoma. Here in prososoma, first pair of segments are modified as chelicera. The second pair are modified as pedipalp. These are called as pedipalps. Next, third, fourth, fifth and sixth appendages are modified as walking legs. In prosoma, six pairs of appendages are there. First pair is modified as a chelicera. The second pair is modified as a pedipalps. Next, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth are modified as a walking legs here. Next then, in mesosoma, these appendages are modified as a book lungs. But in spiders, the four pairs of posterior abdominal appendages are formed as spinnerets. In spiders, four pair of posterior abdominal appendages. Four pair of posterior abdominal appendages are modified as spinnerets. Next then, in these animals, the excretory organs are Malpighian tubules and coxal glands. In this animal, the respiratory organ in some book lungs. In some book lungs and trachea are used as a respiratory organ. Book lungs are present in scorpion. In some spiders, book lungs are present and trachea is also present. In some trachea is there. So in this animal, in some respiratory organs are book lungs. In some spiders, trachea. In some both book lungs and trachea are present. Next then, excretory organs are Malpighian tubule and also in scorpion, coxal glands also present. This coxal glands act as excretory organs. Next, scorpion is a viviparous animal. They give birth. So these are some characters of arachnids. Arachnids are terrestrial animals. Here the body is divided into prosoma, mesosoma and metasoma. The prososoma bears 6 pairs of appendages. The first pair is modified as a chelicera. The second pair is modified as a pedipalp. The third, fourth, fifth and sixth are modified as a walking legs. In mesosoma, these appendages are modified as book lungs, but in spiders, 4 pairs of posterior abdominal appendages are modified as spinnerets. Here, the respiratory organ is some book lungs, for example, in scorpion. In some spider, respiratory organs are trachea. In some both, that means book lungs and trachea are work as a respiratory organ. Here, excretory organs are Malpighian tubules and coxal glands. Next, this scorpion is a viviparous animal. Example, Pelomnius. Next, Aronia. Next, Sarcopist. These are example for arachnids. Pelomnius, that is a scorpion. Aronia, spider. Sarcopist, each mite. This is about Kcjc. In Kcjc, body is divided into Kcjc, some are aquatic animals, some are terrestrial animal. Here body is divided into 6 segmented prosoma, 13 segment opistosoma. This opistosoma further divided into mesosoma and metasoma. In prosoma, the first appendages are modified as chelicerae. In this animal, antennae and mandibles, antennae and mandibles are absent. In these animals, the book gills, book lungs and trachea are used as respiratory organs. Further, this Kcjc further classified into 2 classes. One is Ziphisura, next one is arachnids. Ziphisurs are aquatic animals. Next then, here the some are extinct, some are extant. Only 3 genera animals are extant here. Next then, here the prosoma is covered by horseshoe shaped carapace. In this prosoma, 6 pairs of appendages are there. First pair is modified as Kcjc. The second, third, fourth, fifth are modified as a walking legs, and 6th pair is modified as a pusher leg. In mesosoma, appendages are modified as a book gills. The first pair of appendages are fused and form genital operculum, and the metasoma is modified as a telson. During developmental stages, one larva is seen. That larva is called as a trilobeta larva. Example here, Limulus. Limulus is also called as a king crab. Next, Limulus is a living fossil. Next class is Arachnida. Arachnids are terrestrial. The body is divided into prosoma, mesosoma and metasoma. In prosoma, 6 pairs of appendages are there. First pair is modified as a chelicera. Second pair is modified as a pedipalp. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth are modified as a walking legs. In mesosoma, appendages are modified as a book lungs. But in spiders, 4 pairs of posterior abdominal appendages are formed spinnerets. Here, book lungs are act as a respiratory organs in some. For example, in Pelamnius, that is a scorpion. In some spider, trachea are as a respiratory organs. In some spiders, both book lungs and trachea are used for respiration. Here, excretory organs are Malphizian tubules and also coxal gland. In a scorpion, coxal glands also present. Malphizian tubules present and coxal glands are present. Next, scorpion is a viviparous. For example, Pelamnius means scorpion. Aronia means a spider. Next, Sarcopist means itch mite. This is about Kcjc. Next then, mandibulata. Mandibulates are some are aquatic, some are terrestrial. Some are aquatic. Mandibulata, some are aquatic, some are terrestrial. In some, the body is divided into 2 parts. One is a cephalothorax, and then abdomen. Next, in some, the body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. So, these are aquatic or terrestrial animals. Here the body is divided into 2 parts in some, cephalothorax and abdomen. Next, in some, the body is divided into 3 parts, head, thorax and abdomen. Next, here the head bears paired antennae. Head bears paired antennae Next, eyes, paired antennae, mandibles, mandibles and maxillae, head bears antennae, mandibles and maxillae. Paired antennae, paired mandibles, paired maxillae are there. Next, in these animal respiratory organs, in some the respiratory organs are gills, in some trachea. In some respiratory organs are gills, in some trachea are used as respiratory organs. So next then, the mandibulata, the subphylum Mandibulata, further classified into four classes. First class. One is a Crustacea. Second class, that's Kcjc. Second class, Chilopoda. Next, third class, Diplopoda. Fourth class, Insecta. First class is a Crustacea, second class is a Chilopoda, third class is a Diplopoda, fourth class is a Insecta. Next, Mandibulata further classified into four classes. One is Crustacea. Second one is a Chilopoda. Third one is a Diplopoda. Fourth one is a Insecta. First, general characters of Crustacea. In this crustacean, some are aquatic, some are terrestrial. For example, crab live in a moist soil. That is aquatic, terrestrial. Some are aquatic, some are terrestrial forms are there. Here in this animal, head and thoracic region fused and form cephalothorax. Head and thoracic region, two are fused and form cephalothorax. This cephalothorax covered by a carapace, a plate-like structure, that is a carapace. Next, in these animal, one unique character is there. Here, two pairs of antennae are present. Two pairs of antennae are present. One is a antennulae, second one is a antennae. The first pair is called as a antennulae. Second pair is called as a antennae. So here in this animal, one unique character is there. Two pair of antennae are there. One pair of mandible. Next, two pairs of maxillae are there. Two pairs of maxillae are there. Here, aquatic or terrestrial. Here, the head and thoracic region fused and form cephalothorax. This cephalothorax covered by a chitinous plate-like structure, that is called as a carapace. Next, in this animal, one unique character is there. That is they possess two pairs of antennae. The first pair is antennulae, the second pair is antennae. A pair of mandible, two pairs of maxillae are present. Here. Next, in these animals, the respiratory organ. Here, respiratory organs are gills. Respiratory organs are gills. Respiratory organs are gills here. Next, excretory organs are green glands. Green glands or antennary glands. Antennary glands are there. Green glands and antennary glands are there. And in this animal, sense organs are there. These sense organs are antennae and statocyst. This statocyst is used for balance or equilibrium. Here sense organs are there. They are antennae and statocyst. This and eyes also. Next, eyes, antennae and statocyst are used as sensory organ. This statocyst used as for balance or to maintain the equilibrium. Next, they are dioecious. They are a dioecious animal. That means male and female animals are separated. Internal fertilization is occur during developmental stages. The development in some direct development, in some indirect development is occur. In indirect development, so many larval forms are seen here. Next, example, Pelimon, that is a prawn. Pelimon prawn. Next, crab, cancer crab. Next, then Daphnia, water flea, etc. These are the example for crustacea. Next, Chilopoda. The animals which are included under class Chilopoda, they are generally called as centipedes. That these animals have 100 legs. 100 legs are there. Here the body is divided into head and trunk. Here in this animal, each trunk segment bear one pair of claws. Good. Clawed appendages are there. The first pair of clawed appendages are modified as a poisonous claw. Next, in this animal, the respiratory organs are trachea. In this animal, the excretory organs are Malphizian tubules. They are carnivores. Now, the animals which are included under class Chilopoda, they are called as a centipede. That means they possess 100 legs. They are carnivore. Carnivores. Next, then in these animals, the body is divided into head and trunk. Each trunk bears one pair of clawed legs. The first pair of clawed leg is modified as a poisonous claw. In this animal, the respiratory organs are trachea. The excretory organs are Malphizian tubules. Example, Scalopendra is an example for Chilopoda. Chilopods are generally called as centipedes. They have 100 legs. They are terrestrial animals. They are carnivores. Here the body is divided into two parts, head and trunk. Each each segment bears one pair of called legs. Next, then appendages. The first appendages are modified as a poisonous claw. Here the respiratory organs are trachea. The excretory organs are Malphizian tubules. Next example, Scalopendra. Next, then Diplopoda. These diplopods are generally called as millipedes. Millipedes. These are also terrestrial animals. they take a decaying plant material. Here the body is divided into head and trunk. Head bear paired antennae, paired mandibles, paired maxillae. In this animal, two maxillae are fused and form a gnathochilarium. Gnathochilarium, a plate-like structure. Two maxillae are united here in this animal. Two maxillae are united and form a plate-like structure that is called as a gnathochilarium. Next, in this animal, the respiratory organs are trachea. Next, excretory organs are Malpighian tubules. Example, Zoology. Spirostreptus. These are some general characters of Diplopoda. The animals which are belong to this class Diplopoda generally called as a millipeds. They are terrestrial. They take decaying plant material. Next, then here the body is divided into two parts: head and trunk. Head bears paired antennae, paired mandibles, and paired maxillae. Two maxillae are fused. And form gnathochilarium. Next, then another important point here. In this animal, each trunk segment divided into two subsegments. In this animal, another important point, each trunk segment divided into two subsegments. That means each segment bears two pairs of legs. That's why this class is named as a Diplopoda. In these animals, each trunk segment divided into two subsegments. Each subsegment bears one pair of legs. So totally one segment bears two pairs of legs. That's why this class is named as a Diplopoda. Here the respiratory organs are trachea and excretory organs are Malpighian tubules. Example, Zoology. Next, last, insecta. The insecta is the largest class in animal kingdom. The animals which are included under class insecta generally called as insects. These insects are cosmopolitan. But these animals which are belong to the class insecta, they are not seen in marine water. Next, here the body is divided into three parts: head, thoracic, and trunk region. The head bears paired compodi or simpuli, next paired antennae, paired mandibles, paired maxillae, and then a unpaired labium is there. That is next, here in this animal, in the thoracic region, three segments are there. Each in the ventral side of the thoracic region, each segment bears one pair of jointed legs are there. That's why this class is also called as a hexapoda, because six legs are there. Three pairs means 6 legs are there. So the class insecta is also called as a hexapoda. In this animal, the excretory organs are Malpighian tubule, the respiratory organs are trachea. They are uricotelic animal. Next, then, during developmental stages, so many larval forms are seen. These larval forms undergone metamorphosis. Next example, Periplaneta americana, musca, Qlex, Anopheles, like that. These are example for insect. Periplaneta americana, Qlex, Anopheles mosquitoes are example, some example for insecta, class insecta. This is the classification of phylum Arthropoda.